Oh, the only thing that's weird, and we probably had this same exact conversation the last time. I don't have like intros or buttons or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he
Oh good.
he, he spliced all that in post, as they say, and
Mm,
is
in the biz.
in the biz. All right, so I guess we'll do the old hi
You
Dave.
start your thing. You do it when you're ready. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dave, I'm gonna give you a little clap, and then I'm gonna start as if we just played the intro. Dude, I'm so
Don't
sick.
give Dave the clap.
Whoa.
Hello.
Dude, I'm so sick right now. We'll get into that in a little bit. So I'm glad you're not here.
Let it out. Yeah. You know it's bad when you hold your chest.
Dude, it sucks so bad. All right. Hey, friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Chris
I have a very caveman brain.
and Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Too glad in minds, baby. I love you guys.
Oh my God, you're meant to do that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. That's right. It's Wednesday. New episode. May look a little weird. It's me and Anthony today. That's right. Our friend Dave is not in the country as we speak, or he might be in the plane as we speak if we're doing, pulling the curtain back a little bit.
Yeah, he got deported.
Already.
No, no. Why is he not in the country? Let us know.
Dude, I mean, we're both obviously super stoked for him, and everybody else should be. He is in Mexico with Albie, and they're doing on location shoots for Spirit for Spirits.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Daddy Dave's doing big things over there.
Viva la Mexico.
Crazy. Like,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I wonder now, this is just me, ignorant, normal, everyday me. Is it like always hot in Mexico? Do they have seasons? Or is it like certain parts maybe do?
Wow, you know what's funny is when Dave, the smart one, isn't here, and you have me and you trying to figure out his something. We have no idea. I'd
It's
be like,
amazing.
yeah, I think it's kind of like Florida, you know? It's I have no clue.
See, that's what I would think. It's like Florida, so maybe like the northern part of Mexico or like the whatever eastern part gets maybe a cold spat or a rainy season or something.
I mean, it's got to be better weather than here, I would assume.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this does not feel like we just went through Memorial Day. It's kind of
No.
weird. Weather doesn't really start breaking. I looked in, it's like I think Wednesday. Next Wednesday, it's supposed to like actually be like persistently in the 70s. So that's good.
Yeah, we went a whole week without being in the 70s. It's pretty crazy.
Sucks, man. It's been gray out. It's just ugh.
You know what else is crazy is not recording or using my phone. Look at this. I have my phone in my hand and I'm not you. Isn't that crazy?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, congratulations. Dude, I should have did this shit like a year ago. I didn't know because I was messaging Dave. I was like, listen, I think it's time. I'm tired of using my phone. I'm not gonna spend a buck 25 for Geek Squad to just look at my laptop.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I was like, I was thinking of like camera. Like he has numerous cameras. I'm like, I'm not going your shit, but I was like, because then I could use it and take nicer pictures or blah 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 with the softball. And then
Yeah.
when the first thing I do is there's streaming cameras, which obviously you should have assumed, but I was like, dude, I've never even seen one looked like. I was like, what's a streaming camera? It's just so I ended up getting one of those super cheap 4K.
It
That
sits
not that
right
I
on
even.
top of the top of your
Yeah,
laptop, right?
I did a package deal. It was $50 for this camera, and I got the it was for 70 for a little tripod.
Okay.
So it has this little folding arm where you can kind of like clip it on things,
Yeah,
and then the tripod perfectly stands right above my laptop, and we're
that's
good.
perfect. Perfect, dude.
Yeah, yeah, super cheap. Just took me 1,000 podcasts to not use my phone anymore.
Dude, I've been doing this for almost July will be 5 years of the Two Clouded Mind show, and there's still so much that I don't know, and I should.
Well,
You're doing just
it's all
fine.
right.
You're doing just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of like, yeah, we just had Memorial Day weekend, so they're gonna see this next week.
Speaking of Memorial Day,
Go ahead, shoot.
you heard about the crazy shit that went down at the shore?
Seaside. Wait,
You weren't near there, right?
no, 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 no.
Oh, I just figured. I mean, what you do? I was like, maybe you guys have people that communicate, and you might have knew somebody that went down. That shit I heard was crazy, dude.
Yeah, I heard I saw a quick little clip of it was just like a big brawl right there on the boardwalk. I'm not too familiar with Seaside, but what's that building that looks like a castle? Is it like a mini
I'm not
golf
too.
course?
I'm lucky, dude. You lucky I know where I live. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Wait,
know,
wait.
Seaside. It's a popular place, but then mayhem, bro.
Yeah, I guess
Mayhem.
it's just me, seeing things through rose-colored glasses, I guess you could
Right.
say. I never thought shit like that happened I mean, I knew it happened, but like at Seaside, like you think like that's just like all families, right? But then you think of
Right. Yeah. You think we
Jersey.
we don't have a bunch of
Oh,
buttheads over there?
yeah, but they're
Guess
everywhere.
how many people were arrested? Do you know?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna take a guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 27.
I'll give you a helping hand here. It was
Okay.
21 minors alone.
No way. So
So you
like
want to change your answer?
like 60? Is that
Oh,
too
super
high?
close, super close. 73 total people, 52 adults, 21 minors.
No way.
Yeah, crazy. It was
Dude,
brawlings, stabbings, crazy, dude.
I heard gunshots.
Yeah, it was just a little
I
bit of
didn't hear
everything.
gunshots. I heard that there were gunshots over there.
It could have been freaking police popping off one to get attention. Like you don't know. But
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like, because you normally don't hear something that I guess it was probably a little more like holy shit because it's a holiday weekend and like usually people are there. It's Memorial
Families
Day,
and stuff. Like, you
right? Like, what are you doing? Bunch of Jersey Shore assholes.
yeah, and not that it makes it any better, but like you kick your summer off like that, that seemed like more of a July 4th weekend story. You know what I mean? Like,
Tells you how the summer's gonna be.
yeah, dude, that's
Well, I'm
not.
sure now after this they're gonna do some sort of like, it's gonna be tight ship around there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're gonna run a super tight ship. Super tight ship. They're gonna have probably like if they don't already, they'll probably have like four real cops patrolling the boardwalk up and down and stuff and the beaches.
No sub perimeters. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Luckily for me, I'm not a beach guy, dude. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's multiple reasons, but I don't know. I just like I don't get the breeze feels nice. You
Hmm.
know that but then the beach at night I'm cool with. So it's like I don't like being cooked. I don't want to be cooked in the sun.
I get that. Yeah, because I mean, and if you don't want to be cooked to go to the beach, especially when you have kids, it's an ordeal. It's you got to bring 1,000 things.
And
it's
the
tough.
sun makes you tired, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
like you go to the beach, people get up 6 in the morning, you get to the beach 7, 8 o'clock, and they stay there 4 hours, fall asleep on it.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I remember the last time I went to the beach. I think it was probably with my ex and my kids. I don't- like how do people? I couldn't open my eyes at the beach, dude. I have sensitive eyes. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just like I couldn't even open the eyes. The sun's beating on you. Your feet are hot. I'm stepping on lava sand. I'm trying to find, besides my kids having a good time, the reason I'm here. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. Like people are like, oh, I love it. It's so peaceful. You go there and you read a book. I'm like, sit in your fucking room, dude.
Sit in your room with the window
I
open.
mean, the scenery, and you hear the waves, and stuff like that. But there's apps for that, bro. Like if I want to hear it, I'll get a little machine that's giving me some nice waves, couple birds chirping, little wind action. I'll do it for
Yeah.
myself. I'll make my own noises.
I I I love that I live at the beach. I love that. Do I go to the beach every summer? No, absolutely not.
I guess what's the option that you have the choice to walk there?
Yeah, yeah, I could walk right to the ocean. It's at best a 5 minute walk, which is really cool. But yeah, no, I mean, beach badges are expensive. It's expensive to actually get on the beach for even a day pass. I think
What is it, like $20, right?
it might be 12, but I could be wrong. It's been so long.
Well, recession.
I know that the beach badges used to be like 50 something bucks for the season, but now I think they're double. I think it's more than that.
I couldn't see it being 50 for a season, dude. That sounds too cheap.
Yeah. But then you would think like if you're a resident, you can prove you're a resident, you get a discount, but I don't think that's the
I'm
case.
sure, like, if
I
you're at
could
the
be sneaking
Belmar
out of school
Beach
though.
and you're a
Yeah,
Belmar resident, you probably get a little dissy county.
I would hope
But
so. I would hope
it would
so.
be like, I would think so. You're paying extra to live there. I should get a perk of not having to pay to go to the beach,
Yeah.
or at least full price. You're making the money off tourists, not the people that live here. They're paying taxes and shit already, dude. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking
Such
like,
a
and
free
I know
world.
I'm being biased, but I think like our little stretch of beach here is really, really nice. It's like well maintained. Um,
I guess
even
it depends on they go by town, no?
hmm
Like if the beach is stretched on through three towns, each town is taking care of their own piece.
yeah.
Some people give a little more shit than others, I guess.
Yeah, I think because we go it goes Belmar, Avon by the Sea, Bradley Beach. Like that's the three towns that are connected, and that whole stretch of beach is beautiful. It really is.
Oh, interesting.
And then Bradley Beach goes right into Asbury.
Yeah, I'm bad with where I am in the world.
It took me it
Geography.
took me almost the entire 15 years I've lived here to figure that out.
Where am I today? I don't know.
Dude, I
Dude,
use
I
my
was
GPS to go everywhere, man.
I know it's like for directions and shit is just not my thing.
Nope.
It's not my strong suit. I
Remember
go to the same
MapQuest?
stores every throughout the day, and like if I have to adjust the way I originally go there after it took me so long to learn it, I gotta put on the GPS.
Hmm?
It's horrible.
But remember
Not a
back,
big.
and it wasn't even that long ago, MapQuest, where you had to like go on your
Yeah,
computer,
type it
tell
in.
where
You
to
have to
go,
print
and
out
then
that shit.
print out the directions, dude. It's like, oh my God, how archaic was that? But it was simple. I feel like it was a little, not that it was easier, but it was easy.
No, it was. I mean, it's been stepping stones. It's just progression and getting better and better. Now it's like it's everything's super simple. That's
Yeah.
why everybody's so lazy. Everything's getting done for you. Why am I gonna be?
Yeah,
All I
dude.
gotta do is say, "Hey Siri, give me a." Oh, don't. Give me
Don't.
a address. Give me what's the address of this place? Give me directions there. You're talking to it, and then it should set you up.
Yeah.
You just got to go online and make sure you entered the correct address. Make sure you did to and from in the right area. I remember. Yeah.
I feel like
Those,
we're
those-
not far off from living in that Wally universe.
Dude, we're basically a cyborg.
Yeah, dude.
We have this thing attached to us at all times. We're part machine.
Phones went away tomorrow. If smartphones went away tomorrow, I think there'd be riots. It would be
Well, I guess it depends on like if it was taken from you,
it was
100%
taken.
riot.
Yeah, oh yeah. But
Try
like,
it.
think about it. Like if like someone just turned the switch off.
I think that needs to, honestly, I wish somebody could.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to be humbled, be a little more selfless instead of selfish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything is instant gratification. Anything you want, you can instantly have it. You have no appreciation of the journey to do so. Like, you're right. Like, if you want to watch a movie, I'm sorry, or a show. Remember back in the day? All right, a series came out, first
Yeah, wait
episode this
every
Monday.
week.
Next, I watch it in a day. I've watched seasons of 10 episodes in one day of hour long.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't do shit that day, but I literally watched it in a day. You don't have to
Yeah.
wait for nothing. You need food, you don't have to leave your house.
Nope.
It's crazy. So
Everything
I
is
think one day I wish they could for like, because it's got to be a decent amount of time. If you were the guy in charge of the Switch, and in your mind, you're like Thanos, but just not killing everybody, you think that this needs to be done to better the world, right? Or whatever. How long do you think the average person really needs their phone shut off for it to be like, okay, I've registered that it's off and I don't know when it's coming back on, so let me not give a shit about it. And then like start to, change or do things or appreciate things or do like look outside and look at the sky, listen to the birds chirp and just all those little, how beautiful the world really is, but we don't even pay attention to it.
I think I think you
What am I
start
smoking?
with something crazy like 30 days, but you don't let them know it's 30 days.
Right. I was saying a minimal 2 weeks.
Because I feel like for you to fully reset, to get used to not having that crutch, because it's a crutch for a lot of people, even myself.
Not everyone, though. Every single person.
I think I think 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks, but then the additional 2 weeks to actually like 2 weeks for it to actually fully set in, and then 2 weeks to like live it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have loved to be like, I think they say it takes 8 weeks to make or break a habit. But I think that is too, like, I'm with you on a month. Like, you know, just a random month. I guess the time of year would really be important too. But because, like you said, it would take some people like days to really, like, you're talking, that's withdrawal. Like, you'll have withdrawal. It's a
Oh,
drug.
big time.
Dopamine's getting hit, especially those women who get love every day. But, like,
Oh,
it's, you know what I mean? Like, you need like a solid week for you to be like, dude, this is real life now. Solid week.
yeah,
And then
man.
you're like, okay, what do I now do with all this time? And then you realize, like, holy shit, I have a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
on my hands because I'm not wasting it. What do you do in the bathroom now?
Just bathroom breaks become way faster. You go in, you do
Right?
business, you're out. Boom.
Or you going old school and you're bringing in a newspaper.
Oh, oh,
Coming in there like, all right.
I remember growing up seeing like my uncles going to the bathroom with the newspaper. It's like, oh, you do not want to be anywhere near that room for the next like 4 hours, man.
No, they don't need we don't ever need to be in there that long. It's just like that's like dude time of like getting away from world.
Bro, this is bizarre. When I was probably a very young teenager, I had an uncle that I was living with, and he would go out, like he would work, come home, and then go out with his boys, and then come home mad late at night, and then be in the bathroom for like 4 to 5 hours,
That's
taking a
drug.
big time, dude. He was in there fucking ripping fucking drugs, dude.
Some whatever it was. You're not in the bathroom for longer than 45 minutes ever for anything.
No, never.
Unless like you just got sprayed by a skunk and you're bathing in tomato or something like you're not in there that long unless you're doing drugs and now you're like waiting for it to be like totally okay for you to be in functionally with other people. That's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. D-
Are you all right?
Yeah, I just noticed. I looked up at my clock and I was like, wait a minute. It's not 4 p.m. and it's not January 3rd. I'm wondering when we had a power outage at my house.
Well, January 3rd. So that
No,
had to be,
no, but I look at like when that clock resets, it always sets back to noon, but it'll always go back to like the date, the month will always set back to January. So I'm wondering if it's been like that for 3 days.
or 5 months.
No, definitely not 5 months. Because I mean, I come in here often enough. You know what I mean? We record in here every week, and I rely on that clock. Like
Oh, okay. Well then, oh, maybe while you were sleeping.
that's because I just noticed this morning when I opened my fridge to get a drink, fridge and freezer on, everything hot and melted.
So last night.
Or the night before. I was really sick last night. Like really
That's what I
sick.
mean. I mean, it's all coming, investigation happening, and we're figuring it out by little details.
Dude,
I don't
it's
know why my clock isn't off. Like, when did I lose power? I went to the fridge this morning. Everything is warm. I still don't know when I lost power. Got to
but
be pretty recently.
it had to have been within the last couple days. But now like I had to throw everything in my fridge out. Like all my
That
meat,
sucks.
all the veggies, everything
All
gone,
my meat.
dude.
That's got to be a button right there in itself. All my meat.
Yeah, damn it.
But it's okay. Those are the perfect ones. But nah, that sucks to throw out everything. That's trash.
Yeah,
Literally.
eggs, milk,
Gotta
everything.
get the milk and eggs.
Yeah, man. That shit's expensive these days. That's like gold.
Dude, buying weed in the store and eggs on the street.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nuts.
World we live in.
It's
Oh my
fun.
God, that reminded me. I saw this funny little, like, I guess it was an interview with somebody, but obviously it's just a clip of something. And he was saying just like the best time in the world, he's like, was 1999 to like 2000. He's like, that's it. He's like, around that time. He's like, those were great. He's like, he was saying like a bunch of things to remember during that time, but this one just made me die because it's so funny. He goes, you remember when back in the day you'd be able to go and you get yourself a 20-ounce soda? You get yourself a 20-ounce Sprite, and almost every time on the inside of that cap you want another damn free Sprite? It's like, I want a free Sprite. What happened to this world? But
Yeah.
but for real, man, like all those little things, like you forget all that little shit. We were such a giving world. Now everybody's taking everything.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. It really
Now
is.
it's $3 for that 20-ounce Sprite.
It is. It's like it's definitely like
2.79.
yeah, yeah. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all.
Yo, fast food people, I hope you're watching. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I remember there wasn't a meal that you can get in the largest size that broke $10.
No, none.
Every meal breaks $10.
Yes, yes.
Nothing changed about that meat, you lying sacks of shit. That's trash meat and trash chicken.
And it's
Trash
still the
stays the
same
same trash.
portion. They actually downsized the portions. Remember,
Dude, they
super.
downsized. I took the girls to KFC, and so that's why it's fresh. Like they've been there before.
Yeah,
You remember have you ever had the bowl, the famous bowl?
yeah. It always gives me. Every time I eat it, I'm aggressively clenching my butt cheeks together so liquid doesn't fall out. I don't
It's
know what
pretty
it
fair and graphic. But the
is.
back in the day, I remember I couldn't like finish it once. Like it was a nice size circumference. Now this thing is like this, dude.
The snack
It's
size.
so tiny. And
Yeah.
it's $10. I'm like, yo, y'all tripping.
And it's
This is
it's
it.
90% mashed potatoes.
Yo, three pieces of chicken, corn, and mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Potatoes are so cheap. So cheap. Like I can understand
Always
if it
were.
had like eggs in it or like steak in it. You know what I mean? But it's chicken. Chicken's relatively cheap. Potatoes are cheap as
Right.
hell.
And I can understand if you're loading it up with chicken,
Mm-hmm.
you're breading in gold. Get out of here.
Yeah, no. No. I mean KFC's good, but you can make that shit at home for cheap and way better, way tastier.
You know what else is? Well, I like their fries, but then thinking of their fries reminded me of somebody else's fries, and then I haven't had that since like my ex was pregnant with like my first, I believe. Checkers, bro.
Oh, dude, Checkers has elite fries. Elite.
I would say best fast food fries like they're in the argument that they have to be in the argument if you're talking about it. We're the best fast food fries. Checkers is up there.
I'll give you that they are definitely in the top five. I don't know why, I, but dude, I love McDonald's fries, fresh, shoestring.
They are pretty up there with the shoestring
But dude,
situation and
Checkers, man, seasoned. They're a little bit heavy,
the
dude.
wedges, those little thick Johnnies.
Dude, they don't fuck around. They don't, and
No,
their
give me
burgers are good.
everything was good about that. I liked them. I
I
like
haven't
that
had
place.
Checkers. I haven't had Checkers since I lived out on Long Island. There was one kind of close to my house, and it was like each side of the building was its own drive-through. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And look, a lot of people places are closing because I mean, Rainforest Cafe. I just got the notifications. They're closing most of their locations. They only have the one left in Atlantic City, bro.
Really, I only went to Rainforest Cafe once, and I was like, I think it was in a Disney area. I think it was in like Orlando
Well,
or
I'm a
something.
big kid, but I also have kids. But like, I thought like if I'm a kid, bro, this is like probably the coolest restaurant ever.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It
That
was so
was
much
so
fun.
cool.
I remember, I think, did they do the at certain times you would hear like the animals or like it would
The
actually
storm.
like that's
It's a
what it was.
storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like every half hour is a storm. It's so cool. And the food
Yeah.
was actually pretty good too. They had good drinks for and everything.
Are there
Bastards.
any themed restaurants like that? I mean, obviously like the chains like Chuck E. Cheese and shit like that, but like I feel like
There are, but they're not. That was like a chain. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they have a chain of them where I've seen because I'm a fan and Facebook always shows you stuff, but like there's a Dragon Ball Z themed food place in China, Japan or China that they just opened up. I think there's like one and dones of those.
Hmm.
But like Rainforest Cafe was a great idea and a chain of them. I don't really know. I'm shooting a blank there on everything else. No, I don't think so. Like
Like
something like that. It's
all the restaurants now that are opening are like super contemporary. They like have one name, or if it's like
right.
or
It's also
the
like
chef's
the
name.
menu is the thing and not the.
Yeah.
I mean you see that plate. You ever see the? I think it's sushi, and I don't know if it's in the U.S. Maybe it's in New York because whatever. But it's like everybody sits at like a giant oval table and then in the center of you is a flowing river of water, and then there's boats on there of sushi boats, and you're
Oh,
as it passes by, you are able to grab off the boat while you're sitting there.
that's sick. I want to do that so bad. I love
No,
sushi. Really do.
dude, I I'll get into that in a second, but I thought that was so cool. Like, everybody's got their own things. It's a little boats flowing around, little river, and you're able to do it. I'm with it if it's in New York. That's not a far trip. I'll look around.
I know
But
that they have conveyor belt sushi restaurants where you sit like me and you would be sitting face to face like this, and on I don't depending on where we're sitting, the conveyor belt may be on our left or our right, and shit just flies by, and if you see something you like, you just grab it.
yeah,
It's
so basically they took the conveyor belt idea and did water.
dude, that's cool though. That's
Dude, super
cool.
cool. You could probably look it up. That like there's videos of it. It's super cool. Nothing crazy. It's anything. It's just yeah. But
It's
now they charge you. What do you mean, dude? You want sushi? We charge more because it's brought to you by the rivers of Egypt and the Nile River. I don't know. You can just sit there and say whatever. But I
yeah.
remember my ex. I never really my food eating growing up was deprived, I'd say. My
Hmm.
parents had I mean we didn't have a lot of money, but they had a set schedule, bro, of like Mondays, I'm sorry, Wednesdays and Sundays, my entire life
Hmm.
was sauce, pasta. Those were pasta days. Sunday she made the fresh sauce,
Uh-huh.
extra froze it. Wednesday we had that. Friday was generally pizza or Chinese. That was takeout day. That was the blessed day. Saturday was roast beef, not seasoned.
Ooh.
My dad believed in the flavor of the meat and some salt if you wanted.
Okay.
Um, and then Monday was chicken cutlets or is chicken soup in the winter. Tuesdays and Thursdays were your shuffle arounds where you had the a few different things. So
Okay.
I never really had all that shit. I never had sushi or anything like that until I like started dating my ex. And I think we had the first time I ordered sushi, I remember she gave me a menu and I'm just all these names and shit. I was like, "Oh, I like dragons. Give me the dragon roll." That's how I made my decision. And it wasn't until it wasn't until I think I completely ate it that day or like the second time we ordered it that she's like, "Oh, I want to try it, but let me read it first and what's in there." And then she made like she read it and like made a there's eel in there.
Yeah, yeah, eel
I had
sauce.
no idea, and I probably wouldn't have ate it if I like read it first.
Exactly.
Which is why you don't really read it, you taste it. But yeah, I don't think I eat dragon rolls though anymore either. I'm like, you know what? I'll find some sort of California roll. I like that stuff that they have like sauce on it. It's like usually like a spicy
Yeah,
mayo
yeah.
of some sort, and then like some sort of crunch on there. Give me those things. Shrimp tempura. Give me some of those.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't try sushi till I was easily 25, 26 years old.
That's
Um,
probably right.
and I was the same way. I was like, yeah, I'll try this, this, and that. And, it all came out. It was a dragon roll. It was a shrimp tempura roll, shit like that. But now I'm a big fan of just like, give me a nice piece of salmon on a little bed of rice, nice plain, dip in a little
Do,
soy sauce.
do you do do you take any of the ginger or wasabi?
I usually mix the wasabi in the soy sauce.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Stir that up, make it a
Yeah,
little.
I don't touch that. I don't. I think they say the ginger's after palate cleanser. Maybe
Yeah, it's supposed to be a palate cleanser in between rolls.
get that shit out of my face.
Hey, get it out. It's a waste.
Ginger's supposed to be very healthy for you. Me, get that out of my face. Get healthy shit out of my face.
Yeah, I mean, I like ginger, but not like that. That's
I
too
like
much.
ginger beer in a Moscow Mule.
Okay. Delicious.
Yeah,
Delicious.
I went and grabbed drinks with an old friend the other night for like the first time. I can't even remember the last time I went out and had drinks. It was nice, but I ended up grabbing. I usually do like rum and coke, but I ended up grabbing a mule.
Okay.
Those are always so good.
Did they give it to you in that cool copper cup?
Yeah, I always get a good cup with that. I think like they most places like don't they won't have it because they don't want to get the cup. Like you have it's like
Yeah.
a cup you have to serve it in. I took one from a place once. I have it.
That's awesome.
It
That's a
was my
good.
20 somethingth birthday or 30th or I don't know what it was, but somebody stole it for me.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Love that. Love that. Yeah, I used to drink rum and cokes. I was a big Jack Daniels person.
Jack
And then,
Daniels kind of made me get like angry sometimes.
oh yeah, same. I don't know what it was. That and then I switched to just like clear liquors. Like I would drink vodka and then before I stopped drinking, I was just all tequila all the time. Like good tequila.
No, right. That's expensive, but also like strong.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was going hard in the paint towards the end
Yeah,
there.
no. Gila, I stay away from. That's baby maker. Well, it depends. I mean, not for me, but
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. That's the horny juice.
oh,
It's the
makes you want
horny
to go.
elixir. No, it's really good. Like the first time I tasted it, I think I tried Cuervo. I was like, ew, people drink this? It tastes like shit. But then like tasting clear tequilas and like the different s- brands and names and stuff, it's really cool. I have this one empty bottle. I forget the name of it. It's all ceramic. The top of it's actually, if you hit it the right way, it's a bell.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
They
cool.
do have a lot of cool. Like, I'm not a big drinker. I never really was. It's more socially. I have a sensitive stomach. I don't like beer. I played,
Ugh,
beer
beer is
pong
disgusting.
back in the day just to do it. But I don't know how people like really enjoy beer.
Dude, people that chug can after
Dude,
can.
like my ex-father, like he bought a whole like brewing system because it's like there's nothing to taste of nice cold beer. All right, well I mean that's everybody's own thing. That's just never really was my thing.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
like beer.
I drank beer. There was a time, I guess I liked beer when I was like 15. You know,
Because I think it was more of like what you
can't
were
not
doing.
supposed to drink it. Yeah, it was bad, blah blah blah. It was illegal. But yeah, I quickly when I turned 21, ugh, beer, no thanks.
No,
Unless
alcohol
it
was in my
tasted
because
like
you lose control too. Like, and then it's like there is a point where like you think you're okay, and like once you go too far, you can't go back.
nope.
You know, like there hasn't ever been a time I can't ever say where I was just like I can't control the how high I am right now.
Yeah, no, I can never be too high.
I could be too high to like not want to move, but like if I have to move, I could still move. Like that's the thing. Still in control. It's just, a little more lazy.
And we know
But
when we wake up the next day, we're not going to feel like shit because we
right,
smoked.
that too. Oh my God, stomach and physically.
Ugh,
If
head.
anything, I just might not wake up on time. I've done
Yeah,
that before.
yeah.
You know,
Oversleep a little bit, wake
ah,
up, you got a
couple
little dry
snooze.
mouth. You good. Go get a
Hungry,
cup.
happy, sleepy.
That's it. That's it.
Three of the seven dwarves, bro.
Dude, I'll never forget. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story, but when I graduated my apprenticeship and I was about to make full book in the union, we had our ceremony and then a bunch of us went out afterwards and we're at this bar on Long Island chilling, having fun. And I mean, we were going after it, dude. We were drinking, we were doing blow. I mean, we were partying, we were celebrating. We just went from making like $25 an hour to like total package 118 an hour. Like we were
Right.
getting a crazy raise. So we were like, dude, we made it. We fucking did it. After 4 years, we did it. The last thing I remember about that night, that bar, was we walked from the bar to like the back area and they had one of those punching machines.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing that, talking to my friends, and the next morning I woke up in the bushes behind the bar with one shoe on.
Sketch.
Dude, one
In the
sneaker
bushes.
in the bushes behind the bar. Like, so the bushes are like this way, and my body was this way.
With one shoe, you think maybe like you were like trying to like run and then you fell and then just went to sleep?
I don't know if I tried to run, if I tried to get home, if I got jumped. I don't know.
And they only took one shoe? Nah.
Yeah, right. But I
Did you ever find the shoe?
never found the shoe. Never found
Hmm.
the shoe.
Did you
I
look for it?
I looked for it. I looked all over the area. Um, it was early in the morning, so the bar was still closed. But it took me forever to find my car. Like I didn't
Dude,
know.
where's my car?
Yeah, dude. I was walking around this town for so long, and then finally, like, I accidentally turned a corner, and there my car was. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, what is that? What did they say? MC hammer E equals MC hammered or whatever. Where it's like if you were super messed up the night before and you can't remember everything, you have to get super messed up to remember it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
No, that's why I was just in a movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely have tried that, but yeah, that was. I'd say that was like top five most fucked up I've ever been in my life, to where I cannot to this day remember the events that unfolded after I saw that punching machine.
Yeah, there's probably not even one that I could have because like I really don't drink like that. I don't like
Oh, dude, I used to be bad.
party.
I
I
was a
remember
mo
my 25th birthday, I finished. I couldn't say I would say I finished a bottle, like a $20 bottle, good size of like Red Stag.
Okay.
If you that's black cherry whiskey, Jim Beam. It was my 25th birthday, my ex threw a party at her house, a bunch of people over, DJ Proud, shout out DJ Proud.
Harry
He did
Proud.
he did my 25th birthday and people bought like I was gifted like three of them. Like I had three bottles. So I was walking around the whole night just drinking out of that, but also like take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. So I ended the night. I think it was just because I was just so in the moment. I wasn't like bad, and it was over the course of multiple hours. But I was halfway through the second bottle by the end of the night. Yet again, I given at least 10 shots out. You know what I mean? So like I said, I probably had that whole bottle and then the half was given out to shots. But then there'd be another, one of the very few times I ever drank, there was a party. It was ShopRite back in the day. ShopRite people party wild, let me tell you. And when I went over this, his house, and I think it was because it was beer. A lot of people were drinking beer, and I was 18 at the time, so I wasn't really, preference choice. But I never ever, that was like the first and last time I ever got sick. We were at this dude's house. I probably never told anybody this too, because I didn't want anybody knew it was me. Because the next day at work, he's like, somebody fucking threw up everywhere. I remember I was so wasted, and it was my first girlfriend was actually at this party. We weren't dating yet, but like we liked each other and shit. And then like we hooked up at that party for the first time. And then like I started to feel sick, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. And like I went, I don't know, we were upstairs, dude. I ran downstairs to like go outside of his house to do it in the lawn. Nice house, by the way. I made it I made it to the door inside, and they had a plant to the left. So I was like, oh fuck it. But it exorcismed out of me, dude, all on the wall, the corner of the wall, and then all the way down. And then that was just one. Like you ever just throw up, you're like, and then it all came out. I stopped, then I opened the door, and then went outside. And then like all his plants that were everywhere. Everywhere. I've never thrown up that much in my life. And then I was good. I was like new man, bro. I was like, oh my God. Go upstairs, go to the bathroom and like try to rinse your mouth off. And then as I walk in, everybody's like, oh man, I want to smoke a cigarette. I'm like, shit. I'm like, yeah, me too. So I made sure like they went first. So like, whatever. I'm in the back of the line, and he didn't notice the somehow the inside the house. But then like as
Crying
people are
right now.
walking, they're smelling. They're smelling. You know what I mean? Like you open the door, and then they're like, what the fuck? And they turn out like I destroyed the plants. You know, like those little nice flowers that are like inches off the ground, covered, bro. Covered. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Who was this?" I was like, "Oh my God, what a piece of you know what I mean? You're playing into it." Night goes on, cool. The next day, he's like, "Dude, I got ripped up by my parents. We had to get a new paint job in the beginning of the house because it just stained and like peeled off. It was like the acid of whatever I ate that day. Oh, it was so bad. Till this day." To this day, I told nobody that, like, because I forgot it after so long. But I wasn't telling anybody at ShopRite who did it. I played off. I don't even know. I don't ever throw up when I drink.
That's amazing,
Yeah, man. But from
dude.
that night, that's like I not because I threw up at his house, but just because I threw up everywhere, and I was like, ew, I don't like this feeling. I didn't lose control and all that shit. Ugh, ugh.
I was at an ex-girlfriend's house when I was a teenager in Elkton, Maryland. So like
Elkton?
Elkton, Maryland. Yeah. So I lived in Delaware at the time, but her dad and sisters lived in Maryland, but her mom lived in Delaware. So like on certain weekends she would go to Maryland. So I went with her one night, and there was this liquor called Tattoo. I don't know if they still make it or what, but it was supposedly when you drank it, it made your whole mouth whatever color the liquor was. And
Oh my
I'll
God.
never forget it was blue. They got me blue raspberry. The bottle wasn't bigger than this, it was a normal size, like
Like a
whatever.
pint?
Yeah. I
And this
ended
is
up,
hard liquor, or it's like a Four Loco where it's like a hard
no,
seltzer
no,
thing.
it's definitely a liquor, but I think it was more of a liqueur.
Okay.
So we're drinking all night, and then they bring this out, and they're like, "Dude, go for it!" And I was like, "All right." So I start ripping shots, end up drinking the whole bottle. Dude, woke up the next day in my girlfriend at the time's lap on the couch. I painted their entire bathroom blue with vomit, ceiling to floor, bathtub, sink. toilet bowl everywhere, dude.
Oh my God. Oh, I feel so, and you feel so bad.
Not a drop on me. The whole
Wow.
fucking bathroom was blue. I felt
Yeah.
so bad. And I don't
You
even
clean it?
remember doing it. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
help clean it?
No.
That's good,
No.
man.
Her stepmom and sister cleaned it.
Wow, they hate you.
Oh, yeah, probably to this day, dude. There's probably still blue
100%. That smell's probably still in their nose.
easily. Easily, dude.
And there's no way that they still make that drink. There's no way.
No.
I
Dude.
think it's something with blue, actually. I could just be making this up. I want to say sperm count was a thing as well for men, but
I thought that
if
was
you
red
think about
blue.
it, there used to be a Fanta Blue. There isn't a Fanta Blue.
There used to be, yeah, that's right.
There used to be Pepsi Blue for a 1 to 2 year thing, and it actually sold really well. Stopped making it. I think it was something with whatever blue is. I
Yeah.
don't know if blue's good,
Blue,
but
and then it's either like red 20 or red 40 is supposedly like
red any
gross.
red 40 or both probably if it's a thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
they're
was,
trying to ban it.
they should. They
You know
should.
what it's in?
Oh,
Well, it's in a bunch of things, but I'm gonna name it's in a cereal.
Fruity Pebbles.
I'm gonna assume yes, but I know for sure Fruit Loops.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Those,
I heard
right.
that red dye, they say if you go down like the breakfast aisle, it's very big in those things. So when I started buying cereal, I was like, all right, let me just look. I was like, oh shit, Fruit Loops, red has it in there. Apple Jacks didn't.
Huh.
So I got Apple Jacks and like Frosted Flakes. But yeah, all that shit. I think they're in Pop Tarts. I didn't look because we don't normally get them. It's not like we love them. We buy them when they're on sale.
Yeah. I know that if you get a pack of US, we'll just say Fruit Loops for an example, and then you get a pack of like UK Fruit Loops and you put them together, the UK ones don't have all the extra bullshit in them. They're like they look like they're colorful, but they're like not vibrant at all, but they still taste equally as good. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. Maybe it is. Maybe because the appearance of it, because that's what we eat, the appearance. But
Yeah, we eat with our eyes first for sure.
yeah, I don't know, man. But all this stuff that they're doing, I hope if we sell something that is banned everywhere else, or at least in half the world, maybe we should relook at these lists of things that are banned.
I agree. I agree. And now since we're talking about, I'm glad we got to this topic because I didn't know how to just bring this up because it would have just been, I mean, in typical Chris fashion, but still. We were talking about like food and all kinds of stuff and what's in it and why do some candy bars and mainly Snickers have a big juicy dick vein in it? You know what I'm talking about. What are we doing here? What's with the what's with the vein?
Can I ask you something?
Go for it.
Name me one other bar that's got a big juicy dick vein in it.
Milky Way.
Do they? I don't know. Maybe it's the caramel bulge. It's a bulge caramel.
Nah, dude. Nah, nah, nah. Milky Way has no caramel. It's nougat and chocolate. It's that dick vein swirl. They're trying to have big
Wait,
dick energy in the candy
Milky
shop.
Way doesn't have caramel in it?
Milky Way does. I mean, Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers.
It has a Johnny vein there?
Oh, it does. The Johnny vein. It does, dude.
Really? I
Yeah,
guess
look up
maybe
the
because if you're
images.
making a bar, it's solid, and then you drizzle the caramel on top, and it's the thick little vein. I don't think they're doing it to make. Maybe they did back in the day. They've done a bunch of sick shit.
I think they're a bunch
Oh,
of
dude, this is awesome. Let's make it look like a juicy penis vein. Huh?
yeah,
My
dude.
name's my name's Chris. I do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, dude. Big candy is big perverted.
Why don't you guys just round the tip at the end? Let's see what happens.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Goldfish are just dick and
Hey,
balls turned sideways.
that's the snack that smiles back. Did goldfish always smile? You
I
never
don't
heard the
know.
snack that smiles back? Oh, come on, dude. That's their
I
slogan.
I know it's their slogan, but then after what I said, it just applied so perfectly.
It is a weenie and nuts.
Because I
Or
used to do that as a kid. You would like be like, oh, you guys want to see my cool fish? And you
something.
do the little fin and the little fish, and then you turn it long ways and you give the slit at the top, and now you got a Johnson.
You got a
Sorry.
big Johnny Vane. Dave's gonna hate
Uh,
us for this.
he's
This
probably
isn't
gonna be
making
like,
final cut.
they had no, and they were all over the spectrum today. They literally hit 88 topics, and they're saying the weirdest things. I think cursing we've done pretty good though.
We've done good on the cursing, and dude, we've been engaged the whole time.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair. There was very little pause time
yeah, no
of like,
downtime,
oh man,
no dead air.
we're flowing like
Yeah,
flow from
dude.
Progressive out here.
Yo, Flo from Progressive, she's a sleeper. She's hot. I'm saying it right here, right now. Flo from,
That's a hot take. Uh, Flo, she,
dude, she's a
I
sleeper.
mean, I could possibly see it because you only see her dressed
Like
in
Flo.
the white outfit, and it's not meant to be sexy at all.
But it
But
is.
what's underneath that cloak? What's underneath that white thing? I mean, what kind of rack you got there? This is good. We're in trouble.
Jesus.
Um,
What
no,
kind
but like
of rack you working with?
that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
You can't tell, but I think that's a possibility. Like just regular clothes, dressed
I'm
up like
gonna,
she was going somewhere nice.
I'm gonna Google image, not a perverted one, but I'm gonna Google image Flow from Progressive.
But also, she's probably on like, a good age of being older, where maybe when she was in her 20s, she was a possible smoke show. How old is Flo? You don't ask that woman. I would say she's in her 40s.
Stephanie Courtney is her name.
She's two first names. They don't like those guys.
She's 55.
See, I said she's on the older
She's-
side.
She was born in 70.
She's 55, so I guess she was probably like very attractive. She had to be. I think she could have a picture of her younger, and she probably was attractive. But I would
Sh-
love to see a picture of her, like, if they went to an event or something and she got dressed up.
Dude, she's been in a bunch of stuff. So,
Movies?
yeah, dude.
What
And
was her name?
Stephanie
Brittany
Court
Courtney? Oh,
uh
Stephanie Courtney.
Stephanie Courtney. She was in films from 1998 to 2023. Um, let's see. She was in television
Oh.
from 98 to 2024. She's
I
been,
see a list of everything that I guess she was in or had a piece of. I see the original Looney Tunes, so I guess she was a
yeah,
voice on one of those.
Phineas and Ferb, Two Broke Girls. Um,
No.
she was a voice actress in Mike Tyson Mysteries. That's cool.
The Heartbreak Kid. Shut up. She was
So
in that
the
movie?
Heartbreak Kid, do you remember that from like the original? I know you're a bit younger than me, but the
I
Heartbreak,
mean, I
I
possibly could know the original because, like, I'm a movie guy. Like, I enjoy cinema. I enjoy
think it was an 80s
series
movie.
and stuff. So, and I know a lot of stuff is pretty much remake after remake. So I can't say that I haven't, but I know I saw the 2007 one with
Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
Oh man, what did I just see a commercial for during the Knicks game? And I was like, no way. Please tell me this is Fantastic Four. What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a hot pile of garbage, dude? Like the original
I
was great, but come on, dude. This looks dumb.
All right. I think two things. One, maybe Flo back in the day can get it. Anyway, um,
Dude, I
yeah,
know I'm
I think
topic
it's
jumping.
because the Anthony brothers are they ever the guys that directed all the Marvel after they did the last Avengers Endgame or the very last one where like Tony Stark uh dies.
Mm,
Um, I mean, if you haven't
Spoiler
seen it,
alert.
spoiler alert. But get
That's
out of the rock you're landing
yeah,
underneath.
old by now.
But everything after that hasn't been good. Like, all the stuff they wrote after hasn't been nearly anything that was through that saga of all the Iron Mans and Thors and all the Captain Americas. All that saga, or however you want to call it. So now they're kind of like went back to the drawing board, I think. And now that they did the multiverse, your limitations are endless, right? You can just any writer can kind of make something from here work with here. So they're working in Fantastic Four into the Marvel situation and stuff like that. I just don't like that there's been so many casted people and like you get used to a set of Fantastic Four and then they do another one. Because I remember the one where it was like Jessica Alba, I believe was
Yeah.
the and
And the
then they made
guy
another
from
one with a bunch of younger kids and Michael B. Jordan I think was in it.
really?
I want to say he was Johnny Storm. I could have made that up totally, but I feel like he was in it. Yeah, 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 yeah. And now they're doing another one, or they did WandaVision. Was it Wanda? There was some sort of series they did that's only on Disney. That Fantastic Four showed up in that series,
Hmm.
and it was Reed Richards was John Crankorakis, whatever from The Office. He was Reed Richards. And they
Mm-mm.
have him being it, but then they have the I forgot the other Spanish actor's name who's going to now be like get it together, people. Can we get like one like person in the course of like the same 10 years? Jesus.
Yeah.
That was my rant there. I'm sorry.
Does has James Gunn done any of those, or has he just done Guardians?
That Guardians. He might have been involved. I don't know if he's the Anthony brothers are have been all on the Avengers for sure. I know they did a lot of the Avengers. But I guess when it comes to individual ones, it's kind of multiple people. He might have had a, hand in it. I have no idea. I don't go that deep.
His films always look really cool. Like the way he shot um Guardians and stuff like that was really sick.
Guardians is cool because that's harder to do, I'm talking about space and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little dude
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
just
with the arrow.
mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about that dude. He was cool as hell.
That was
Man.
pretty cool. But also I'm like I would choose fair. What if you could have any power, what would
Okay.
it be?
You only get one?
See, I don't know. I guess we have to make that because the girls ask me this. Like, what would you think? And I always say, Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I want to be him. Because
What
like, or
is
if
his
I could have a
powers?
they have like he could fly, he could that's what I'm saying, he could do multiple things.
Oh,
The
okay,
energy
okay.
blasts and stuff like that, power up, transform into a stronger situation, but being able to like shoot power blasts from your body, but if I couldn't do that, I would um I don't know, I'm always caught between like Raiden, like you know what I
Hmm.
mean, like electricity situation where I could shoot it or kind of
Absorb
teleport
it or
with it.
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, where you absorb it and you could use it as a blast, you could shoot it, or like lightning, I could just create a lightning strike and then like reappear somewhere, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
or like honestly, I always went with under the water,
Ooh.
kind of like not like Aquaman. People make jokes about him, it always sounds kind of like uh
Aquaman's he's a tough cunt.
they made a I forgot the guy that does the Batman voice made a little sketch about how Aquaman's a bitch. So what's your special powers? Oh, so you talk to fish.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good. I heard that. I heard
So,
that.
so you talk. So are you faster than the fish? No. Okay. So like you have
No,
nothing.
talk to them.
But to be able to swim underwater, I guess that would be it. Where like no shark or animal would mess with me. I could just be like, "Yo, back up, G. Leave me alone. Let me go swimming." But 70% of the world is water, and probably 90% of it has been untouched.
Oh yeah.
So I would love to be able to just, what are you doing today? I'm just gonna go see what the Titanic looked like up close, or, like go search for pirate treasure or
Yeah, I'm gonna
whatever.
go get real gold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the ships that crashed in the 1500s carrying all of their gold from their whole like country. and it
Yeah.
sunk. Give me that. Let me go find the fountain of youth.
Dude, speaking of, here we go again. Sorry. Sorry, friends at
We're
home.
all over the place,
Oh, yeah. Dude,
but that's good,
I know that by now this is old news, but the Mexican ship that crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge,
dude.
out of hand,
First of all, how do you not know that your ship is like tall that tall it's gonna hit the bridge?
right?
And
And it,
like, were they supposed to? I didn't hear anything about it. I just like saw the video, and then like normal people, we move on and forget about it, and
Mhm.
then some other crazy shit happens. But like, were they like? I don't even know. Were they supposed to go through that area? Were they supposed to
I
go
don't,
underneath the bridge? Because there has to be somebody that's like, how tall is your boat, man?
yeah, there's definitely warnings, I would imagine, all over the place, especially if you're a ship captain. Like, you should know these things. They should be second nature. You should definitely know the size of your mast, you
Right, and
know?
that looked like a sail kind of ship, so I don't know if it had a motor.
Dude, it looked like a pirate ship.
Right, and if
The-
that's sails, he can't really like if it was a motor, he might have been able to like just keep going to the side. That's a sail ship. If the wind's blowing that way, man, he's beat.
But I
Adjust.
think I do think that sailboats you do have an onboard, I think, for like just in case. Dude, I know nothing of boating.
Well,
I've been
there like that. I would agree that that should be a thing with one that size. They make sail strictly sailboats, 15-footer,
Yeah,
use your
yeah.
wind and stuff. But this was a warship.
Whatever it was, dude, looked crazy. It looked like we were watching like a movie,
I mean, yeah, I thought Pirates of the Caribbean like 11 was coming out.
right? Pirates of the Caribbean take Brooklyn. Oh crap. Yeah, dude. It's a weird time right now. It really is. It's a very
Yeah,
weird.
and that's like, and you would think with whatever that other one happened in like, where did it happen? Baltimore? No. Remember that other one that like crashed into the bridge and like broke it?
Oh, that was Baltimore. Was that
Somewhere
wasn't
near there.
New York. That wasn't New York again.
No, it wasn't New York,
No,
but
yeah, I think you're right. That was Baltimore. That thing collapsed that bridge, correct? And there was
yeah, yeah.
a lot of
People
life.
people died. There was people working on it and they fell into the water.
Yeah. Well, people died during this one too, I believe. I think
Really?
yeah, dude. I think there was a bunch of injuries and a couple people died that were on that boat.
I was trying to look up a thing, and then the first thing I saw, not the first thing, when I looked at like titles, it says Mexican Navy chief has said that the pilot manning its training ship, which crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge on Saturday night, was under the control of New York authorities. So they're blaming New York.
What?
The ship has a training mission and is also an ambassador. Therefore, all its voyages are carried out in accordance with international standards. Admiral Raymond Pedro Morales Angel, oh my God, he's got a very long name, said at a press conference on Tuesday. He said that such a large ship that journeys from the harbor must be controlled by a specialized harbor pilot from the New York government. In response to National Transportation Safety Board, Newsweek, it's standard practice. So yeah, they're blaming us. Oh, okay. The crash on Saturday evening occurring with the vessel collided with the bridge spanning the East River. It resulted in two deaths. You're right. Two deaths and
Crazy.
22 injuries, according to the report by The Guardian. Authorities have launched an investigation into the crash described as the start of a long process. Oh boy. Dude, I'm looking at the picture of this ship. I mean, I guess it's in front and the angle. It looks like it's way bigger. Like you can see this thing is
Huge.
way bigger.
It's ginormous, dude.
Right. This is a very bad angle of this picture. The boat's in front and the bridge is behind it, and the top of the boat is like where the
Yeah,
wires
I'm looking
above
at
the
the same
bridge
picture.
are.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same pictures. Dude, like gorgeous ship though. Gorgeous.
Oh, absolutely.
But it looks like now again, I know nothing of sailing and boats, but it looks like all the sails are like rolled up. So like that leads me to believe that there has to be some kind of an engine on the boat for it to,
That's a that's a
unless
good
it's
call by you.
drifting.
That's a good call. I'm not a cap El Capitan, And I don't
Yeah.
know if like you roll them up at night because it's extra windy, but I don't know. But that's a good dude. There was 277 people on board.
Damn. And they're all Mexican Navy?
I guess they run the river according to your video showing. Minutes after clearing the dock, the vessel three 100. It's 147 feet,
Damn, that's huge.
dude. I know that's long, right? I don't know how
Yeah, that's
high, but that's unless that is
100.
how I can't be 147 feet during this press. No, dude, this is crazy.
How I'm
And
gonna
we
ask,
just kind of skip past this thing and then we forget.
yeah. How tall is the Brooklyn Bridge
Well, you should see how tall it is from the water to the bottom of it as opposed to the top of it.
from the bottom to the water? The Brooklyn Bridge's towers are 276 feet tall. The deck of the bridge is 127 feet. So 127 feet from the bottom to the water. And you said that that other ship was 10 feet tall, longer than
Well,
that?
oh, it was 147 feet, but I don't know if that. I'm assuming that was.
That
Uh,
might have been the length of the vessel itself, not the
no, there's no way. Now that you think of, I mean, maybe there was. Is it? Is there? Are they usually that long?
boats. Yeah, boats can get real long. Like think about cruise ships and stuff. They're
Well, that's a cruise ship. You start changing the terminology, right? Because
yeah,
after a certain point, it becomes a yacht. How tall was the Mexican warship that hit the
craziness.
bridge? Yeah, listen. As much as we were all over the place, very little quiet time except when we're trying to search.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
dude. I think we're doing great. I think we're
I
doing.
think I
Dude,
think we deserve a raise.
dude, I smell a spinoff. I'm just saying. I smell spinoff show.
Spin off. See, he doesn't like. Why can't you just say dimensions of boat would be nice?
Oh man,
Warship. Was it? That's what they said. It was a warship,
that's what I heard.
right?
But a bit,
I guess maybe like an old school one where it had cannons.
yeah, but like for me to hear the word warship, you would think yes, it's equipped with cannons, guns, uh, possibly a nuclear warhead. Who
Well, we're
knows?
getting serious.
Yeah, but but
Yeah,
it's still crashed into the goddamn bridge, which is nuts.
super nuts. You can't even find it. Like I'm asking this specific question, nobody's telling me.
Hmm.
It could have been 147 feet tall, which explains. But I think usually when they're talking about a boat, they're usually going length first.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
But
from
either
what
way, I mean
the stern.
that thing's with the top of the mast, it's got at least 100 feet.
Yeah, because according to Google, it's 127 feet from the bottom deck to the water. So their mast, the way it had to have been at least 10 feet taller or more. That's crazy, dude.
Oh
Luckily, like
man,
luckily it was just that hit it. The bridge is strong as a son of a bitch, and nobody, no
yeah,
past.
it wasn't a big. It was just like a wood piece of wood, thinking
Yeah,
about it. I mean, it needed more juice. Where that other one crashed into like the foundation of
pillar.
one of the
Yeah,
stands. Yeah,
yeah, dude. That's
that's wild.
that's
Yo,
so
if the Brooklyn Bridge goes down, dude,
that's
mayhem.
that's complete and utter mayhem. That's, I mean, yeah, it's obviously catastrophic, but like, oh my God,
Start
that
start
shuts
building
down.
ferries.
Yeah, that shuts down the city like indefinitely, just like just like that.
A lot of canoes in the water.
Oh yeah.
How you
Oh
getting to work today?
yeah. I mean, either that or in the summertime you just like paddleboarding.
Yeah, for real. I'll tell you what, I delivered to West New York And the this Target in Acme, it sits right on the water, and then like you can walk to the edge, and there's the water. Like I could swim it. Now it's when I say that, it's not like super swim. Like I'd be tired,
Hmm.
but like it's right there. You could swim it. You might be see if that happened. I guarantee you, there's canoes like loaded or whatever they're called. Those single sitting things. Everybody's in there. Is it a canoe? No, it's something else.
A kayak?
Yes. Yeah, a little kayak situation. Everybody's gonna have those.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a backpack with a kayak in it on it.
Mhm. Dude. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, at least if you had the option of getting in a kayak and going across the river, yeah, it's gonna suck, but you know what?
If you gotta get there,
You gotta
I'd be
get
totally sketched out by like large swimming creatures, but it's fine.
Eh, I'd be more freaked out about bodies floating. That is the East River.
That's fair. That's fair. That is fair.
That's crazy. Oh, dude. But Anthony, thank you so much for really taking the time out and helping make this happen. You're the best.
Hey, you don't have to thank me. It's our duty. We all want to do it. We all it's not a job because job is something you have to do.
Yeah.
It's a Ever since I came on, I came on not because I was like, oh man, I want to be cool. I want to be part of a podcast. I honestly always looked at it. I mean, Dave's my best friend, so I was like, whatever he knows. But I'm like, I just literally enjoyed the conversation is how it always started. Like this, just coming in and bullshit was always awesome. We always had some fun stuff. We make fun of each other. It's great. That's
Hell
what we
yeah.
do.
That's right. That's
Thank you
right.
for always keeping this going.
I try my best, dude, and I'll admit it as a man, I couldn't do it without Dave.
He is a huge piece of many operations and a undervalued man in that position
Yeah,
across the world. Like every person who does what he does is very undervalued and appreciated, but not by us.
that's right.
I
That's
appreciate
right.
I appreciate him.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. He keeps this ship fucking sailing even when he's out of the country. That's right, folks. Please do me a favor and Anthony a favor and Dave a favor. Go check out Spirit for Spirits. Drop them a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Uh, Drop them a comment. Safe travels. Viva la
Ooh, I like that.
Mexico. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. And guys, you know where to find us every Wednesday right here on YouTube, youtube.com/the Two Clouded Mind Show. If you don't want to watch us, you just want to listen to us. We're everywhere the podcasts live audio wise. If you want to stalk us individually, I'm at Chris underscore is not funny on Instagram, DC in the city on all social media. Anthony, thanks for being here.
Hey.
Nailed it.
You did phenomenal by you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, stay clouded.